Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
no props.
Right, I don't know where to start. So we're going to talk about your YouTube career mainly.
Okay.
Um, so you've been around for ages when you were on YouTube, because I can
Fairly
remember
long, yeah. Fairly long, yeah.
about 3 to 4 years ago. So you've been
I
around for a while.
go on.
Not gone. How long have you been? Do you think? How long have you been on YouTube?
I actually started YouTube in year seven in comp actually. So
Oh, so that was a while ago then.
yeah, but then like I gave up for a while because I had like no ideas at all. So
Yeah.
about 3 to 4 years I've come back on.
So why do you think you keep coming back? What do you enjoy the most about it?
I think what I enjoy most about doing YouTube is like just seeing how many views, how many people like the videos, and just it's fun making the videos and seeing how my fans like them.
Yeah. That's why I'm on YouTube as well and I do things like this. And it's just nice to meet new people as well, innit? And just
It is, yeah.
yeah, I enjoy that. So you've made loads of videos, obviously, because you've been around for so long. What is the best video or your favorite video that you've ever made?
My favorite video I've ever made, I'd have to say it's gonna have to be my most recent one, which is my self-isolation nighttime routine.
Fair enough. I remember, so it was about 2 years ago. I can remember watching one of your videos, and this is one of my favorites. I think it was you dancing to, was it These Girls by Why Don't We? And
Yeah.
about halfway through, you may know what I'm talking about. You had a little bit of a stumble. Tell us about that. What happened there?
Well, I was in my nan and Bamps actually doing that video and dancing to it. And I think what it is I tried to do a move, but I wasn't sure if that was the right move. So I just kind of like stumbled and kind of fell a little bit with it.
Yeah, I remember watching that. That has to be one of my favorites. So singing and dancing and YouTube. So if you got sent a message, you have a career and you get to choose if it can be in singing, dancing, or YouTube professionally. You can only pick one. Which one would you go for?
Oh, that's a hard one. Obviously I enjoy doing singing. I obviously enjoy doing YouTube and dancing, but I think I'd probably have to say singing because that's the thing I do enjoy doing the most.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so I was watching one of your videos. I think it was a Q&A, because I wanted to think, what could I ask you? So I wanted to see what other people were asking. And you spoke Spanish at one point and Welsh when you was reading numbers out. So can you speak any other languages?
Um, I actually can only speak a little bit of Spanish and a little bit of Welsh, but now and again I do say like some things that people would say that are French. Like I say yes in French, but that's like the only thing I don't know in French.
So you know bits, but you're not fluent.
No, I'm not fluent, no.
Right, okay. Um, so obviously singing, dancing, you have to listen to a lot of music, and I know you're very music orientated. You listen to a lot of bands. So what is your favorite artist or band? And then what is your favorite song?
Okay, so I've actually got a favorite artist and a favorite band, and I can tell you them both right now.
Go for it.
So my favorite artist has got to be Ed Sheeran, and my favorite song by him is actually Nancy Mulligan.
Oh, I don't think I know that one.
And my favorite band is actually 5 Seconds Summer. If you
Yeah,
guys if you didn't obviously hear in my Q&A. And my favorite song is actually one of the recent ones, Complete Mess.
complete mess. I don't think I've heard that either. I like Ed Sheeran though. I can agree with that.
Mhm. Yeah, he is good. I'm going to see him in concert now in May.
Oh, I know some friends who are going to that. What's that about then?
Yeah. Um, he's coming to Cardiff in May on the 26th. I think he actually gets in, and then he's actually got a concert on the 26th,
Hasn't
the
he got
27th,
is
and the 28th. So I'm going to the 28th one because my brother's off work then.
Yeah. Tom Jones is a guest, isn't he? Am I right in saying that?
I'm not quite sure, but I believe he might be.
I thought I heard that. I thought that was interesting. Well, that's nice anyway. So been around since year seven. So what is one thing you wish you knew before you started your career?
Before I start my career, the thing I wish I knew was like how to edit stuff.
Yeah, hate editing so much.
Because I didn't know how to edit stuff in year seven. I was just filming on my phone, and then I just wouldn't know like if it was good or not. So I just like upload it anyways. But
Yeah,
if I didn't like it, then I delete it off my phone and just start all over again. So I'm
that
glad I know how to edit stuff now, so I can edit stuff and post them onto YouTube.
yeah. So what is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
Okay, so my biggest failure is goodness. It's
Right.
quite a lot of failures I've had, but I think my biggest failure is going to be the one time I went on a school trip and my friends actually convinced me to go on this ride because it was in Auckland, it was megaphobia. They convinced me to go on, and I was like, "Oh, sit by me, sit by me, sit by me," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure." And I was like all for it, but then when we got to the front of the queue, I started to panic really bad.
Yeah,
So I had to sit next to a teacher, and I was just screaming the whole ride because I was like so scared.
that is your biggest failure.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I don't like roller coasters myself, so I could relate to that. So I'm on YouTube. I know a lot of people who are. So you've been around for so long. If you had to give advice to someone on how to pursue like a YouTube channel similar to yours, what advice would you give?
Oh, okay. So this is quite a hard question. So I think the advice I would give is just be yourself and just enjoy the things you do. Because obviously, if you're doing the stuff you enjoy, you have more likely to get like following, subscribers, and you have more chance to enjoy it. But if
Yeah.
you don't like really like the content you put out, then just stop the content you put out, take a break from YouTube or any social media platform, and just refresh like your brain. Look at other like YouTube channels. Like I'd watch Davy Girls and either give me some inspirational videos, but I did change them up. So just do what you enjoy.
Yeah. They say as well, if you get into a career that you enjoy, you're more likely to do well at it because obviously you're more inspired to do it and you've got more of that motivation.
Yeah, that is actually true because I found that because at first in year seven I didn't like know what I was doing a lot, so I was just like, oh, you know what, I'll just put out singing videos and stuff. But then I started to like not enjoy it, so I started like exploring other like videos and stuff. But then
Yeah.
I went back to singing, so yeah.
Yeah. So on the topic of motivation, what motivates you the most just to keep going? Because you've been around for so long. So is there anyone who inspires you, anything that just keeps you going?
Um, really, there is a couple things that motivate me. So in the beginning, when I first started YouTube, I was just like in school wanting to make a new life. So like make a new like kind of thing for me, open new chapters. So I'd say like reading books and like oh look reading chapters like motivate me for that. But now, well, in the middle, it was actually I started watching Daltons at that time. So they were kind of like motivating me, but now it's like family and my music.
Yeah. You're in college now. Am I right in saying that? Or is it university?
Yes, you are correct in saying I am in college. I've actually been in college for 3 years now,
College. So what did
nearly
you
four.
pick?
Pardon?
So what are you studying in college?
Uh, I'm currently studying hairdressing, level one.
Hairdressing. So is that something you'd like to
Again.
do when you're older as well? Did I cut out then?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Is that something you'd like to do as well as you go on as professionally?
Yes. I think I've always had like a passion for doing hair because I'd have dolls and I was just like doing different hairstyles, like most ponytails and buns and like trying to do plaits. But yes, I would like to become a professional hairdresser. But if I can't, then I would like to go on to like acting, singing, and dancing if I could. But hairdressing would be my main one.
So the YouTube channel, I'm guessing, is sticking around.
Yes, it is.
So what can we expect to see in the future? What's planned?
Well, obviously nothing's set in stone, but I would like to release small videos, like some challenges.
Yeah,
So maybe some challenges, maybe some Q&A, more Q&As.
yeah. And TikTok as well. You're on there, so I'm guessing you're sticking around with TikTok.
Yes, I am. I actually haven't been on TikTok in a few days, so I just like to refresh myself after a few days. But at the moment, I'm just going for my drafts, see if there's any I like, and if it's not, then I just delete the ones I don't like.
Mm. So this is so off topic, but I wanted to ask you anyway. The Will Smith drama. Do you know about it? The smack at the Oscars. I'm guessing you do.
I've heard it. Actually, I've seen. I didn't actually watch it, but I have heard of it. Yes.
What's your opinions on that? That is so random, but I just
Well, my opinion on that is like, okay, yeah, he did insult your wife, but you could have dealt with it in a better manner because I believe that violence is really never the answer.
yeah,
So like they could have just like talked it out, unless he hit, unless the person who made the like insult towards wife actually hit the person who slapped him, then I don't condone violence because unless you've been hit first, then technically you are still in the wrong because you threw the first punch or kick or something.
yeah,
So unless you're hitting someone in self-defense, then I don't believe that violence is the answer.
yeah. I thought at the time I understood, but now that I think about it, I think just why on national TV as well. He's banned, I think, now from the Oscars for 10 years as well. So I think that's something it's ruined part of his career now as well. It wasn't something I would have went for. Anyway, moving on, back to you. Um, I think we met before. It was a very long time ago. About that would have been about 3 years ago, I think, and it was outside Home Bargains. I remember that vividly. Um,
Yes, we have actually met before, and I think you even got a picture.
I did get a picture, yes. I found that the other day actually because I told one of my friends that I'd be speaking to you, and they said they had the photo, so I had a look at that. So I remembered that, yeah. That was about 3 years ago. That was a while ago. You was around then, and you'd been around then for a while, so you've been doing stuff for so long. So we're gonna move on now to hate, online hate. I'm guessing you get a lot of that. Considering,
Yes, I actually do deal with hate. It's mostly on TikTok now that I get hate because if you didn't like see some of my older TikToks, and I was bothering with like a neighbor of mine who is a lot younger than me,
yeah,
and like people were saying, "Oh, you can't bother with little kids, like that's wrong," and saying like you're such a bad influence on her. But like the thing is, I wasn't influencing her. Like she was actually swearing off her own back. Like I wasn't even swearing when I was around her.
yeah.
So, you know,
People are quick to judge, and they don't. The second you see something, they just comment on it without actually knowing what
yeah.
it is. How do you deal with that online hate? What's your response? Do you just ignore it? Do you delete it? How do you cope with that?
Well, I mostly just ignore it and delete it. So say it's like something like a really nasty jab, then I will like delete it. I
Yeah,
will delete like some other things, but I mostly just ignore it.
yeah, and that's the best thing to do, I think, really, rather than retaliate, because then it just brings more hate.
Exactly.
I think that's all I've got to say, really, unless there's anything else you want to add. But I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I can't really think of anything I want to say.
So before we finish off, I've got two things. First of all, just for everyone listening, where can they find you now on social media?
On social media, they can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, as well as YouTube.
as well as YouTube. Okay, so for everyone listening now, if you want to go check Amy out, you know where to go. I'll put your account in the description for this podcast as well. So if you wanted to go, then just check in there and you'll be able to see. But I think that's it. So thanks for joining us. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great talking to you.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.